On this episode, Ron Hortman versus Mike Baldwin. They'll compete against each other, Lady Luck, and me, your host and sweaty goblin, on Freeman's table. My table. Matt Freeman. If you're listening, visit freemanstable.com to view or print the board game and play along. Let's meet today's contestants. Back on the show is author and comedian Ron Hortman, who beat our sponsor Joe Lopez, owner of Niati Flan, in his first competition on the show. What up, Ron?
How you doing, brother? Glad to be here. I continue to win, as I always do. Sorry to my competitor.
I don't think you are sorry. You're just saying that. Ron's opponent, comedian Mike Baldwin, should have his own special on Netflix. Maybe a two-man show, because Ron should have one too. And maybe appearing on this show will help both of them, or more realistically, maybe Mike's beastly skills on the stage will make it happen. What up, Mike?
Hey, what's up? You ready to lose at a game? Oh, you're just the host.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're talking to me. I win no matter what the outcome.
I'm just so excited. I'm just ready to talk shit to whoever is in front of me.
You know, there's a segment that comes after this where I have it set up to ask the players, but the players are usually ahead of me on it. You guys always come out the gate clawing at each other. So Ron tells me you two split headlining duties back in the day in Knoxville. Was that at the old Scheidesplittisch?
Oh man, that was a good decade ago.
Right?
Man, it might have been longer than that. It's so weird to look back on. Like my entire comedy career is sort of like looking back on your years in high school. You're like, did that happen my freshman year or was that my sophomore year? I'm like, was that in 2001 or in 2013? Because it all sort of mixes together in my mind.
So was that in Knoxville?
Yep, Knoxville.
Yeah. Yep. May it rest in peace. Not the city, the club. It's no longer there.
Yeah,
it's sad.
It didn't last.
It was a fun room. Pretty much every room where I get to do comedy ends up being a fun room. So it's always disappointing when one closes down, which is why, it's like game shows, though. The coronavirus came and then smart people like you moved it all online.
Thank you for that. That's the end of the show. It's all I wanted to hear. This is about my ego.
All right, what do we do? How do I win? Explain.
You don't win, Mike. I win. That's the way it works.
This is the next segment. It's time to talk shit about your opponent or just blow smoke up your own arse in hopes of getting the listener to root for you, because they need to know who they want to win on that end. Mike, what have you got to say to the fans? I was going to see if you were just killing time playing this silly game, or if you're thirsty for blood. It sounds like you're out for blood.
No, my MO whenever I go into a game like this, a game where it's 99% chance and 1% talent, I like to really throw 100% of my talent into that 1%.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm predicting a Mike Baldwin victory today. So AKA Ron can suck it.
Ron, how do you feel about sucking it?
Well, first of all, he's starting out with geometry and algebraic equations. You can't put 100% into 1% without carrying the one. I know that. So being that I'm ready at all times, and I like Mike as a person, but as an opponent, I have to decapitate him. So there will be no sucking going on over here.
This is a violent start to the game.
In all honesty, I just want to have a good time, and I just hope that Ron doesn't get mad at me for winning.
Oh, smoothing it over.
Yeah, you know what? I respect him as a comic, a person, and I will give him a virtual hug after I walk all over him in this game.
Before we dive into the games, quick thanks to our sponsor, Niati Flan, makers of the finest handcrafted dessert using the best ingredients available.
Oh, my God, that sounds good.
Did you say handcrafted?
Handcrafted.
Okay, all right. He makes it with his hand. I like it.
They all do.
My comedy is handcrafted.
Nobody needs to know about your private time, sir. Look for that flan in restaurants, grocery stores, and hotels, or order online at niaddi.com, niaddi.com, and have it shipped right to your door. Find the link in the episode notes or at freemanstable.com. Players, we've previously covered the rules of the game, and the listeners can see them on the site, so let's get started. We'll begin by deciding who gets their challenge first with a roll of 2 dice. Highest total wins, but neighbors beat highs and doubles beat neighbors. Mike, we'll roll for you first. 2 dice going down. You got a 5 and a 1. You have a total of 6. Not a great start, but it's dice. He could get a 1 and a 3.
That's all I need.
Oh, it looked like that happened exactly, but he got a 2 and a 3, which are neighbors. So 2 and a 3 equals 5, and yeah, so that's a little behind. So we're going to start with Ron Hortman and pull his first play card.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That card is a roll the dice card. So we're going to take 3 die. Real quick, I'm going to pop open all the screens that I need because once again, I didn't do it. Boop, boop,
yeah, I'm ready. Come on with it.
I totally meant to do this before we got on the call, of course.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. You know, I mean, we're ready.
My only thought is like, God, that's a lot of dead air for those poor people to have to sit through. You're like, and we're live.
In about a minute and a half.
Somebody say something.
All right, so
wait a minute. This just in.
Matt's not ready. So Ron Hortman, your number
yes, sir.
that you're going to try to hit is 642, and I'm rolling your 3 die now. And you hit 623. That 623 is pretty good because you get to move 3 spaces. Wow. You're 1 behind the beginning of the bridge. We're pulling a card now for Mike Baldwin.
Yeah.
And that is an any word will do. 7 and 2, a total of 7 letters, and 2 of them will be vowels. Mike, if you're ready to write that down.
Oh, I'm ready.
The letters are T as in Thomas, N as in Nancy, Z as in zebra, N as in Nancy, G as in get off me, I, E as in Edward. TNZNGIE, and you'll have 10 seconds to come up with a word, and your time begins now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. How you doing, Ron?
I'm good, brother. Ooh, that was a fast 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was. All right, so now I tell you what words I came up with.
What's one word? How many letters is it?
I have a 4-letter word.
Ooh, what is it?
It is zing.
ZING. That'll move you 2 spaces.
Is that that's my only word? I don't just get to go nuts and tell you words.
Nah.
I mean,
you're done. You pick one and you move on, Mike.
All right. I was gonna play the word zing it, which is obviously a word.
Zing it?
Yeah, it's the what?
Listen, hold on. He already gave his word. He can't get an extra word.
No, it's fine.
Y'all cheating me.
No, I just wanted to hear what else he had. It's not like he was going to get points for it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
I'm glad that it didn't count because I don't have a good fake definition of what a zing it is.
That would have helped.
Yeah, it sounds like something zipper related, but
so keep that in mind. I really like that idea. Zippers are awesome.
Okay.
Plus, they have the letter Z in them.
Yes.
Now, we are going to pull a card. We've moved you 2 spaces. You are 1 behind Ron. We're pulling a card for him. He got an any word will do with 6 and 3. 6 letters, and 3 of them will be vowels. Ron Hortman.
All right, I'm ready.
Your letters are N as in Nancy, I, W, U, D as in David, O. NIWUDO. Your timer begins now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, space to the timer for my listening enjoyment. Boom. What'd you come up with, sir?
Dinow.
Dinow.
Yeah.
Spell that for me.
Dinow. Dinow.
Dinow. Is that a threat?
No, it's when you like when you've been quarantined for a long time and you really feel like you want to die, but it's just an expression. So you really don't really want to die, but you feel like you dying, so it's die now. It's quarantine related. It's new. It just came out in 2020.
Is it an exclamation? This makes me want to die now?
Exactly. It came out in 2020. It's totally new. It's quarantine based, and it's a freedom of expression. You know, die now.
You have the right to no longer exist.
Exactly.
All right, so you're moving
figuratively.
You're moving 4 spaces. 1, 2,
Thank you.
3, 4. Now we're pulling a card for Mike Baldwin. Mike Baldwin didn't argue with that at all. What did you think of that word? Would you use that in the right circumstances, Mike?
Oh, did I have the opportunity to argue that? Because that sounded like complete and utter horse shit.
See, now I want to die now. Right now I want to die now.
So it's not just about the virus. It can also be about how you feel.
Exactly.
It's two words and it's not spelled like that, but I don't even care. You can have the 4 spaces because I don't mind. I don't need them.
It's a compound word, Mike. That's what that's called, a compound word.
You got to look out for Hortman when he comes through with the legitimacy of stuff. It annoys me.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that an apostrophe was one of your letters.
There's no apostrophe. It's a compound word. You put them together. Oh my God. Jesus.
Get your head out of your ass, Mike.
Sorry.
Don't you know how to make up dumbass words? And then...
You evidently didn't experience after school specials, Mike. They took that from you.
No, there's a lot I didn't get to experience, but I'll tell you what, one of them wasn't beating ass in phone board games. All right.
That's where you could have used.
What's the next thing?
The next thing for you is a roll of the dice. We're going to do that
Yeah.
now. Your number is 326 that you're trying to hit, which is pretty good right there in the middle. Increases the chances. 3 dice going down. You hit 566. That's 566, which you can either move 1 space because you got a 6, or you can move 1 space because you got within 300. Which would you like to do?
I'll move 1 space.
That's not allowed. That's a good choice, my friend. It sounds
Thanks.
like you've really caught on to how the game works. So now we're pulling.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Beautiful. We've hit for Hortman. We've hit our first trivia card. You pulled a trivia card.
All right.
Well, I pulled it. Your hair contains traces of which precious element?
Which precious element?
Mm-hmm.
Creatine.
It contains an element that is a growth hormone. It's very possible. I don't know how anything about anything. That is not the precious element I was looking for. So we are going to give you your first hint for the opportunity to move 2 spaces. The hint is
all right.
Nothing blank can stay.
Nothing blank can stay. I'm not familiar with that phrase.
Do you know it, Mike?
Nothing.
Don't answer it if you do.
No, I don't know it yet.
Iron.
No, I'm going to give you hint number 2 for 1 space moved. This precious element is edible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Salt.
Socks?
Salt. Salt. Salt.
That's not correct. So you're trying to answer, your hair contains traces of which precious element? Nothing blank can stay. It's edible. And the third hint for 0 spaces moved, but playing defense against Mike so that he doesn't get a shot at 1 space moved if he gets it. Your third hint is 80s hip-hop favorite.
80s hip-hop favorite. I'm stumped. I'm really
Mike,
edible hip-hop.
You want to take a guess so that we can see?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take a guess.
Hit it. You want to do it on this episode or on the one down the line?
Okay, Freeman. 80s hip hop. I'm gonna say.
I could have sworn.
Jam Master Jay.
That's in your hair.
I was gonna say Run DMC, but that's too many, so I'm just gonna go with one person. Jam Master Jay.
But the question is that what's the which precious element is in your hair?
Freeman, I don't know the answer. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
Let's give Mike an opportunity for 1 space moved.
I don't know. I have no earthly, godly idea. I'll say gold.
That's correct.
Gold is edible.
See, Hortman, if you think back to the
gold is in your hair,
and it's in your hair, and you learned that gold is edible in the first episode of the games that you played on with Joe, because we were talking about putting it in food, and it's in Goldschlager.
I didn't know I was supposed to retain the information from the previous game.
I thought this was going to be one of those Slumdog Millionaire things where you could draw from your past and get it. And the 80s hip-hop favorite, gold.
What 80s hip-hop favorite?
They love putting gold on themselves.
I thought you meant a group.
Yeah, no. I'm picking that up now. The first hint is Nothing Gold Can Stay. It's a poem by Robert Frost written in 1923.
I wasn't around. So I didn't really pick up on that one.
Right?
Yeah.
I never knew that it was from a poem, but I'd heard the statement over the years. I didn't know where it came from. I just had heard Nothing Gold Can Stay, and then it's been turned into Other Things Can't Stay or whatever. But yeah, so that was 1 space moved for Mr. Baldwin. That moved him.
Yeah.
That moved him on to
he got it?
Yeah, he said gold.
God dang it.
I know.
All right.
And
you know a genre that hasn't been explored enough? I'm surprised that people haven't taken old classic poetry and put like beats to it.
That's rap.
No, but I mean, they're like, that's like new lyrics. I mean, take like a classic Robert Frost poem or something and put like some slick beats to it and have a guy say it, like rap it.
I'm going to guess that it has been tried and it wasn't good, so then we didn't hear about it.
Once you hear about my success, then I think you're going to second guess yourself.
I'll be eating these words.
I'm sure his estate won't be happy with that.
What that 1 space did is it moved Mike to the beginning of the bridge. So we're going to pull a bridge card for him. And it says, "Oh, you started to cross the bridge," which is good, "but you tripped at the top and rolled down the other side, landing in a steaming pile of poo. You smell terrible, but at least you moved 5 spaces forward."
Hell yeah, the old shit skip.
Yes, you can always depend on the shit skip in life to get you where you want to be. So that moved Mike 2 spaces ahead of Rahn, and now we're pulling a card for Rahn.
2 spaces ahead of me.
Any word will do. 8 and 4. It's going to be 8 letters that you get with 4 vowels.
All right, let's do it.
All right, that is A, Y, E as in Eric, R, I, T as in Thomas, O, R.
2 R's?
2 R's. A-Y-E-R-I-T-O-R. Shall we begin? 10, 9, 8, what do you think he comes out with, Mike?
6, 5, 4, 3,
Hell, I don't know.
1.
I'm trying to come up with my own to steal. Do I even have that opportunity?
Not in this particular game.
Well, I'm still going to come up with a good one.
Beautiful. It'll be good for TV. Hortman, what'd you get?
I came up with teary, Teary. Like when somebody look like they're about to cry, they look real teary. Like
They
I
say
think you're gonna cry when you get in the car.
They say
Yeah.
teary-eyed. That
Yeah.
person is
Okay, that
teary-eyed.
as well.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Now, what I've done is the last game taught me that I need to have one resource for where I look up the words that are real, and that's what I'm going to do is look up this word and see it is valid. Of course it is because it's a real word. I don't know why I looked that one up. So that is going to move you 4 spaces. You just moved 2 ahead of him.
That was 5 letters.
Oh, 3 spaces.
No, why not 4? I mean 5. 5 letters.
No, that's not how the word game works. If you get a 3-letter word, you move 1 space. If you get a 4-letter word, you move 2 spaces. 5 plus, you move 3 spaces.
Okay, repeat that one more time. 2-letter word.
3-letter word is 1 space, and you have to have a minimum of 3 letters in your word. 4-letter word is 2 spaces. 5 plus is 3 spaces.
Gotcha. All right.
And then your made-up words is 4 spaces, which I incorrectly assumed at the right there when I moved you 4 spaces that you had made up a word because I'm not good at this.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that.
All right, so we're pulling for Mike, and it's an any word will do. 8 letters, 1 vowel.
I'm ready.
That is S is in Sam, M is in Matthew, R, U, S is in Sam, V is in Victor, H is in Ham, S is in Sam. So you have
a whole lot of S's.
Yeah, SMRUSVHS. You happy with the?
Oh, I'm happy.
Excellent. So I'm going to start your timer.
10, 9, 8, 7.
What do you think he does with these letters, Hortman?
You know what? I'm gonna give him 5 letters.
You think he pulls
I'm
a
gonna give him
5
5 letters.
for 3 spaces
I think he pulled a
moved?
5. I'll give him a 5.
I have a 6-letter word.
Okay, what is
Ooh.
The word is smirsh.
that? I don't care. I love that word. Tell us why we should accept your smirsh word.
That's like when you are in a hurry and the elevator's full, but you don't want to wait for the next elevator, so you smirsh yourself on in there and apologize to everybody.
That's an automatic 4-space move.
You know what? I've done that.
It's a good one.
I've done that. Yeah, I've done that. I can't even hate on that. I've smirched
You
a
have to
couple times.
use the word when you do it, and you have to be like, let me just smirsh on in here.
People have to let you when you say smirsh. Now, if you were like, let me get in there, they close the door on you.
Yeah, they'd be like, whoa, buddy, wait for the next one.
There's no room.
Hey, you can just keep smirching in here. You know what I mean? I like that.
Just smirsh some more people in. I hope that word sticks. I love it. The next card pulled is for you, Hortman, and it's a dice one.
Okay, please roll. Please, thank you. I just want to say that I'm not a hater. That really is a good word.
It is, right?
And I will be using that. That's a good word.
Smirsh. I hope there are ones that come from this game of any word will do where these menagulated words stick. Okay, so your number is 463, and I'm rolling now. And you got 354. 354 is not the worst thing that ever happened to anyone. It moves you 2 spaces, whichever way you look at it, because you're within 200, and you got 2 of the numbers.
Okay, all right.
1, 2, you are 1 behind.
You're like, whatever.
No one is in control. I'm making stuff up as we go along. There's no board here.
There doesn't even need to be dice. You can just be like, all right, 2 spaces.
You got 973. There's no 9 and 7 on dice.
You got a Q. What does a Q mean?
It's the equivalent of a 3. So now Mike is 1 behind the pond. Ron, you are 2 behind the pond, and we are pulling a card for Mike. Oh, and Mike gets a what do you know?
Well, what do you know?
Yeah, so whatever score you get, Mike, it's worth 1 extra space because this is a +1 trivia card.
Of course.
The question is, What poisonous element is used in dental fillings?
Poisonous element. Arsenic.
No, that's used in murder. This is the question,
Yeah,
dental
yeah.
fillings. So we're going to give you
Okay.
a hint for 2 spaces moved. It is also known as quicksilver. This poison
Mercury.
that is correct. For 2 spaces moved plus 1, that moves you 1, 2, 3. Very good. I never knew that mercury was known as quicksilver, but it makes sense because it becomes silver.
I knew that one.
Because it moves around like silver, but quick.
Indeed.
Yep.
Also used in a thermometer was hint number 2, and hint number 3 was planet closest to the sun.
It was almost called Jello, and then they kind of figured it out. Look that up.
Yep, I've read that.
I'm not going to look that up, and I resent you
Good.
suggesting that I do. Quicksilver, presumably because it's a metal that becomes a silver liquid at room temperature.
Yeah, and you can play with it and move it around.
Like Jello.
And there's an X-Man named after it.
The fillings are a mixture
Yep.
of metals such as silver, copper, and tin, in addition to mercury, which binds these components into a hard, stable, and safe substance. I don't know how that's the case. It's poison. Anyway,
You know, my credit card is called Quicksilver.
All right, next question.
next question.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a roll of the dice for Ron Hortman.
All right.
You're trying to hit 446. Here we go.
That's what I'm hit then. 446.
And you got 316. And you're 130 away. That's within 200, so that moves you 2 spaces.
316 is also the area code in Wichita.
Is it?
Yep.
Hold it down for the
see
316. Yeah.
There's at least one guy listening right now going, he said it.
He said it.
He said our area code. Hell yeah, 316.
Get in here and listen to this. Oh, wait, I don't know anyone. I live in the 316. Now,
Oh.
just kidding, 316 fella. You know people. Now, Hortman, you actually had a choice here, and I'll let you know what it is. You can either move 1 space to be one away from the pond because you got a 6, or you can move 2 spaces into the pond space, and then your next turn you pull a pond card.
So being in the pond won't kill me because it's not that deep, right?
It's up to the cards.
I'm a gamble. Put me in the pond.
All right, you're in the pond. So we're going to pull a card for Mike now, and that says any word will do, 8 and 3, 8 letters, 3 vowels. Let's see what you come up with, sir, with these.
Okay.
T as in Thomas, R, G as in get on top of me, I, O, N as in Nancy, O, H. TRGIONOH. Your timer
Got him.
begins now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Okay, I have a 6-letter word.
6 letters.
The word is throng.
That's a good one.
What is it?
Throng.
I'm not entirely sure what throng means, but I'm that confident that it's a word.
Oh, it's definitely a word.
What? Wait. How's that a word? What
It's
what
a
does it mean?
crowd of people.
Freeman?
Oh, I was thinking it was like something that poked out of something. Look, it's got all those throngs on it. Don't touch it.
Let me tell you exactly what it is. It's a bunch of people who have smushed into each other.
Mm.
The definition is a large, densely packed crowd of people or animals. He pushed his way through the throng into the elevator. Let me smush in here.
There we go. How many spots do I get?
You win. No. Mike, with that word, you're going to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. 1 past the sand. You did not land in the sand. Hortman, you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 5 ahead of you.
I need to make a comeback. Come on.
Okay, it says Oh, you backed up for a running start and tried to skip across the water like a flat rock. Nice try, but you're concussed and wet. At least you stumbled 3 spaces forward.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Now you're 1 behind the sand. That's not too bad.
Yeah, but my drawers are wet though.
Eh.
At least you don't smell like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, homeboy has
Point taken.
he has doo-doo on him. You're just wet.
Point taken. Point taken.
We have pulled a card for Mike. It's another any word will do. 7 and 2. 7 letters, 2 vowels.
Bring it.
L is in Larry. A. R. Z is in zebra. I. N is in Nancy. T is in Thomas.
Freeman,
Yes, sir.
did you shuffle? Did you shuffle these cards?
Which way?
He doing a lot of words. He doing a lot of words.
Listen, no matter which way if you tried to set it up, the chance of landing in the, on the features, since that's up to chance, there's no way to determine how it goes. So yeah, they're shuffled. They're all over the place, but sometimes people get the same thing because someone lands on a feature and you could have gotten the word, but you got a feature card.
I hope you know that all of this questioning you're doing is just giving me time to think a word.
And do you know what word that is?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, what is it?
9, 8,
The word is trails. Trailz.
That is incorrect.
No, that's a word.
Talk to me.
What is it?
It's like the same as a regular plural number of trails, except it's got platinum and diamonds and stuff all over the place, and it's just you just feel a little bit cooler being there, and you got to pay to go in.
I fully understand what you mean.
It's like a business.
So-
like, hey, what do you want to hit the trails?
Rappers will turn any word in an album into a Z instead of an S.
So it's kind of like hiking for rappers.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. I
obviously.
can accept that
Yeah,
personally.
we can't argue against it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are 2 away from the win. Hortman, coming up the rear.
I'm ready, man. Rolling dice or whatever I'm doing.
You pulled a trivia, but it
Okay,
says keep
all right.
card or pass and pull again. So you can either keep it or give it to him, and you can pull a different thing.
Give me the trivia. How many spaces am I gonna move when I get this right?
If you get it right right off the bat, then you move 3 spaces.
Okay. All right.
The question is, what does the letter B stand for in the word scuba?
Breathing.
Well done. You moved 3 spaces.
Nice.
1, 2.
You know what you should do on the trivia thing?
Yeah.
You should say you get 3 spaces if you get it on the first guess, but if you can guess the answer right now before I ask the question,
4 spaces.
then you move 4 spaces.
That would be really good.
Ugh. I just want you guys to know that I'm a avid watcher of the Discovery Channel, and SCUBA stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. So I knew that because I
Very
watched the
good.
dive shows. Just so you know, I'm cultured.
My immediate answer would have been something to do with buoyancy, but yeah. So good job not passing that on to me.
Hint number 1 was some people let their wine do this before drinking it.
Ooh.
Ah,
Hint number 2 was if you can fog a mirror, you're doing this.
Ooh. Okay.
Hint number 3, if you were to get the coronavirus, you might want to hook up to a scuba tank.
Wouldn't it be funny if that's the cure?
The scuba tank?
just scuba diving in general. That's the cure.
Look, we solved the pandemic.
Like, all right, Grandma, let's get you down there.
Deep breaths.
No, don't take the weights off.
It's a nurse shark. It won't bite.
All right, so we're pulling a card now for. Did I move your spaces yet? I did, right?
You did not. I don't believe so.
You were there. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I did. All right, so the next card is a roll of the
Wait,
dice.
hold on. Wait. Where am I?
You need exactly 5 to get into the winner's circle. He needs exactly 2 to get into the winner's circle.
Oh man, and it's dice. That leaves it up to chance.
Totally up to chance.
I was hoping for a word here.
Yeah, something that you could manipulate. But
exactly.
You get 2 different ways to try to hit with the dice.
All right, let's do it.
Your number is 352. I believe that's an area code in Pasco County.
Of course.
It is. That is correct.
And you got 625.
Okay. So I got the 5 and the 2 right, which moves me 2 spaces, and I win.
Except for
I
like to mess with people.
So what happens instead?
No, you won.
Negative.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be real. I didn't hold back on him. It just the way the cards fell. My team, me personally, I'm speaking of. I came out, but he did good, and we'll see him next game.
You down for a rematch sometime, Mike?
Oh, we can do a rematch right now. I don't even care.
Let's run it back.
Son of a gun. Can you explain the dice to me?
Okay.
I honestly don't.
They have
like when you roll.
They have 6 sides with a number on each side.
No. I
between
understand
1 and
what
6.
they look like.
Okay, you get the 3 numbers, right? And you can either try to hit it. Like his was 352 was the number he was trying to hit. He got 625. Right. That's 273 away from the number. So he could.
Oh, so you just subtract it. Okay.
So that was within 300. That would have given him either 1 space. That would have given him 1 space moved. But he also hit 2.
So rolling a 625 is not the same as rolling a 256, even though the 3 dice are the same.
Right.
Interesting.
Wow.
Because what I do is I roll them and then I create the number from left to right as they fall.
Oh. Well, that would have been good information to know during the game. I would have played much differently.
How would that help you?
That's not important. All right.
That's not the point. That's not the point here. It just is what it is. But you also won. So if you knew that, it might have made you lose.
Yeah, I know. That is true. So everything, God had a plan.
He did. I mean, she did. My apologies.
Well, I think I was just humbled. Baldwin came all the way from Kansas City and beat me. And I want revenge.
Are you in Kansas, Baldwin?
I'm in Wichita now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about 3 hours outside of Kansas City, Missouri, which is where I'm from.
Oh, nice.
But my mom and grandma live in Wichita, so I wanted to be closer to them. They're both old, and if one of them falls down, then the other one ain't helping much. So yeah. I wanted to be closer.
That's nice.
You're a very nice guy,
indeed.
Baldwin.
Plus, I haven't spent money on food in like months.
Oh, that's the ticket.
Yeah, it is. I'm getting fat.
Oh, so you basically revealed the real reason you moved there.
Yeah, I just wanted free food that my mom and grandma cooked.
That's the best food to have.
Are you performing at all?
Yeah, I just did the Looney Bin last weekend.
Okay.
That's the main club here in Wichita. There's 4 Looney Bins. I'm doing another one, the one in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the day after Christmas.
Nice. At least you're getting out there doing a little bit of work.
So if you're listening to this and you live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you're looking for something to do on the day after Christmas, then that is very specific.
You can go to the Looney Bin and catch Mike Baldwin, who is hilarious. And if you need to be convincing beyond what you just heard in this phone game show, check him out on YouTube because there's tons of clips that will prove to you how funny he is. Mr. Hortman, you got anything lined up on a stage? Not really, right? Little crazy down here in Florida.
Yeah, I've been off stage for a while. I'm licking my wounds. Can't wait to get back. Hopefully very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully very, very soon.
Yeah, hopefully something turns around. Gentlemen, it was a pleasure having you both on. I want to do it again. Listeners, for anything you want to know about them, check out the links in this episode's notes and on this episode's blog post at freemanstable.com. That's freemanstable.com. Subscribe on your favorite podcast platform and then tell literally everyone you meet to do the same. Please and thanks. Ron and Mike, thanks again.
Hey, I got a question.
Hit me.
Do I still get my flawn?
You do. Both players get flan whether they win or lose. At some point, maybe a winner will actually get something that the person who did not win.
Yeah, I feel as though I should get an extra piece of flan.
I'll let the gentleman know to double up your order.
Nice.
Ron, your order's already going to be double because you've done 2 shows.
So I still win.
I think basically everybody won today. And I won because I technically won.
Oh, right. Actually. Well, maybe by the next time that you guys are on the show, you'll be playing some of the new games that I'm developing so that there's a little bit more variety beyond the dice, trivia, and words.
Yeah. And maybe let's try to get like a sponsorship from something that I actually need instead of more fat dessert.
Would you like me to find a salad sponsor?
No, what do I need? If you can get Apple to sponsor us, then that would be fantastic.
An apple orchard or the tech company?
No. Yeah, the tech company. I need a new computer. So next time I do this podcast, I want a whole computer for free.
If there's anyone you know who can line that up for me, listeners, if you can line up some Apple sponsorship, please do.
God, wouldn't that be great? I haven't heard an Apple commercial on a podcast ever.
They don't need it, do they?
No, they don't. But can you imagine how cool it would be to be the only podcast out there that has Apple as a sponsor? And people are like, yeah, we just didn't think to ask. We didn't know that they were interested.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to pretend they did. And thank you to our sponsor, Apple.
All right. Well, this was fun.
Let's do it again. Fellas, thanks again.
I'll holler.
Thanks again to all you knuckleheads for listening. Talk at you.
Oye, más chips.